Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab. I'm teaching now. I'm in the book. I'm rocking now. I got a good one for you today. It's the aids to mastering concentration. We just talked about concentration. Now I'm gonna give you some things to help you get better at it so you can master it for yourself. That's the lesson. Let's go. Get this party started. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune into receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get it together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I get through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to Maya be true. Let's talk about the aids to mastering concentration. I told you, my man said some people concentration as long as the mosquitoes sting. I want to help you with that. Let's lengthen it. All right, let's get John Holmes concentration. He had a long thing. Get out of here. All right, let's talk about it. Many people, again, this is all about the mind. I'm trying to work with this thing here. It's all upstairs. We ain't got, I don't do neck down. I do from neck up. Okay, so let's go. It's all about, many people feel that their personal efforts in the daily practice of concentration only needs to be emphasized when doing a formal concentration meditation exercise. Don't think that. Use it all the time. If a philosophy that you practice works, you use it all the time. I was told, I think the philosophy works when I use it. I'll leave that one there. Let's go. But this is limited understanding and wrong. Why? Which will slow down your personal progress towards an effective meditation practice. Again, if you think you just need to practice your meditation while you're in the meditation mode, no, you should practice it all the time. Leave it there. But in order to succeed in your formal meditation practice, that's set time out and do. I live in what I call a meditative state of mind. Remember, so what's this? When you do the formal practice, you need to practice concentration not only when you're trying to meditate, but also during your daily life activities. I had to say that. I told you that a while ago, but I knew I would get there if I just keep reading. And it tells you that that's how it's practiced daily. You implement it in your life, and it becomes a way and a part of your life for life. Many people feel that, oh, it's good to what? Just be involved with many projects. You know, the kind of people at once trying to do everything. That's called spreading yourself thin. I used to do that. Try to be in on this, try to be on that. Oh man, I'm looking around. I ain't got no time for me. Stop all that nonsense. So that's again, been there, done that too. Trying to do good stuff, good idea, but you just can't be everywhere and do everything. So that's what you got to realize. Some people and even thrive in that way of life. And some people just energetic. They just got and more. And that's fine if it works for them. But when there is nothing, those kind of people, watch this, they ball of energy. All right. But when there is nothing going on, they must what? Somehow find something to get into. pump the brakes a little bit, slow down. No, those kind of people, they don't want to stop. Watch this. Otherwise, they will become restless, frustrated. In reality, this way of life is like a big distraction. Why? Because you're not focusing and concentrating on nothing. You all over the place and ain't nothing substantial. You just everywhere. You know them kind of people? Okay. They burn out. Why? You got no focus, no discipline, no balance. Okay. In which forms, watch this, restlessness and currents of what? Their mind. Their mind is never at ease. Their mind ain't never rested. It's impossible. Thus, when what? When there is no exterior activities going on, that person inwardly still feels what? The need for movement and activity. They just can't help themselves. And some people we know like that. And if that's you, I'm trying to help you with that problem. It's a problem that you can work on. That's what I'm trying to. We know about the problem. Get the solution. Knowing the problem don't mean jack. Since life is not all active, everybody go to sleep. Everybody got to rest the body, or all passive, meaning it ain't just laying down and chilling. So there have to be an inevitable periods of what? Inactivity just as well as activity in your life. It's called a person who wants to be in harmony, aka balance, needs to learn how to, that's my word, balance these two aspects of your human's life. Maya, that's what she represents. Knowing right from wrong. When you know what you're dealing with, now you can deal with it better and make the decision based on what's best for you. When you don't know what you're dealing with, how could you make a good decision in life when you don't know what the hell you're doing? That makes no sense. And those people go through life doing just that. In your daily activities, one should practice to make sure an effort to accomplish one goal at a time. I know a person, been known for years, and they always trying to do 101 things. Impossible. Stop. Can't get them to change that mindset. You can only do one thing 101 times. You can't do it 101 things at one time. Come on. I just, yeah, I frustrated, and they still backing. Person who believe they know, those don't know if they do, leave them alone. Why? You ain't gonna change their concept, and that's proof right there. Still got the same mindset. It didn't work, still don't work, but they're still doing it. That's ignorance. Okay, that's just set. When you accomplish one goal at a time, and when you're concentrating on what that task that you're performing before moving on to others, you got people do projects started, don't finish. Started, they got a bunch of projects unfinished. I can't stand that. I can't. That just drives me crazy. Why? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get it done. Then I'm gonna move to that. Let me get it done. I'm not gonna just hop around. I learned that from that guy. Okay. Again, life lessons, you got to get them from somewhere, but you have to live them. Hence, life. You got to put it to use. Knowing something and don't use what you know, it don't make sense. This is like having jewelry that you don't wear. What's the sense of having it? You got to wear it. You got muscle. You don't show on. You got knowledge and don't entertain the concept of let somebody know you're smart. Those are wasted talents. God, when you don't use God's gift, He take them back. Oh, you ain't using it? Give me that back. You don't need that. See? And this will what? Prevent your mind from being scattered in different directions. You heard the word scatterbrain? Everywhere. No, one specific thing. That's what I told you about concentration. You can't focus on nothing for 4 seconds. I know people like that. I laugh because I know people who they can't think of nothing but a bunch of stuff at one time. Stop! Just one. They can't do it. And what's this? And it will also have the effect of what? Making one's actions more qualitative. You can't half-ass this to get to that, or just that don't work. Give your best effort every time. And it's effective. There should be an effort toward one pointness, focus in all activities, one thing at a time. This practice will help when what it comes time to practice what that one pointedness, doing what your formal sit down practice and meditation state. If you go all day and can't pinpoint nothing, you can't focus on nothing, and you all over the place, you go sit down and meditate, it ain't gonna work then either. Why? You had all day to practice and you didn't. See the concept? And that's, we'll get to the next one. See, if you're meditating, you're yogi, you meditating for a reason. To clear the mind, have the mind crystal clear, still, so that you can use it effectively. Get the best out of it. That's like a car. When engine, when the oil get dirty, you got to change the oil. Why? To keep everything smooth, running smooth. Maintenance. It's called maintenance. Right thinking is mind maintenance. Okay, I'm trying to get you to use that thing up here in your shoulder to your best ability. That way you benefit. Another important point that you need to learn how to go what deep within yourself. It's called introspection, self-reflecting. But you should look at you. You, I forgot, if your third eye, these two eyes only see out. Once your third eye open, you become conscious. You see you internally, the inner you, the spiritual you, your heart, mind, you. Okay, and become what? This is accomplished by what? Paying close attention to what? Yourself. Instead of worrying about outside stimuluses from what? Your mind. You got everything you need. And your senses. The physical body alerts the brain to what's going on in the physical world. But the physical world is just limited. The spiritual world is unlimited. The mental world, unlimited. Moving on. Hope you get the concept. That's why this thing is important to know how to use. And this is simple. Why? But not easy to do. It sounds simple. Yeah, just control the mind. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. No. You need to be able to develop your own ability to what? Tune out the negative and ignore your senses of the physical body. When you still run by your lower nature, when you still feel desire, because that's what you want, and you make that the game plan, you missing a whole lot of life. You missing out on a whole lot of life. Why? Because you ain't living. You just living for what yourself, for pleasures of the physical body. Never good. And watch this, senses as well as your thoughts in your own mind, and this process will occur if you what? Follow my instructions given to you from this volume I'm reading to you. I'm giving to you. This is the key to what? Spiritual and mental success if practice. And is that your effort that you put in, the effort that you put in, will see what you get out. Remember, you get back what you put out. So you reap what you sow. The more diligent you are to learn about yourself, the better you live, the better what the results will be. And your efforts must be put forth when? Daily. I got to do this every day? Yep. And regularly, mean continuous. Like my ass feather, it don't, stay right there. You cannot expect to turn around your currents of your mind in what? In one day. It don't work that way. Rome wasn't built in a day. Nor can you expect to progress if your efforts is not 100% or intermittent or without proper guidance. You need somebody to help you make those decisions for yourself, to give you the understanding. That's my job. That's what the sages do. There is a beautiful parable. I like this quick story. I'm going to wrap it up with that. There's a beautiful parable which conveys what this teachings expressed above. I'm trying to tell you about aids of concentration, how to use your mind. Once there was a businessman who needed help at his establishment, his place of business. So one day he went to the forest, and while eating, he poured some water on a tree. Nearby, there was a spirit, pay attention, who liked that the tree, who liked the tree, and the spirit thought that the man was offering him some libations. So the spirit appeared to the businessman and gave him a boon. What the hell is a boon? That's my question. I read this. I know what it is, but back in the day, we always had, you call it my ace boon coon, my partner, my buddy, my partner in crime. My ace boon coon was a young boy named Spoon back on my block I grew up with. That's my man. So a boon is a gift. A boon is a blessing, something that's going to help you out. So the spirit said, I would do this, that the spirit would give him and do anything he asks. Sound like a genie, right? The jinn, what's this? But the spirit introduced himself, told him I would do this. So the man was pleased and told the spirit that he needed some help at his establishment, his place of business. The spirit, now you can use the spirit as the devil, the deal maker, okay, crossword, legba, or the evil one. I like that concept. But the spirit said that he would help him, right? With one condition, right there. When you dealing with anybody, and it's all gonna be contingent on one condition, don't do it. Just word of advice. Don't ask why. Don't question. Just take the advice for what it is. When they tell you, I can do this, but you got to do that, they call them contracts now. It's always been that way. Watch this. So he told him, okay, under one condition. So the businessman said, I get everything I need from. What's the condition? I pretty much do anything. Watch this. And that's what he gets you right there. Because you looking on what you going to get. You ain't looking at what you got to give up. And the devil, those are larcenous people. Larcenous people want something for little or nothing. They want to get a lot, but give little as possible. That's greed, larcenous. Okay, understand it. They ain't willing to work for it, but they want to make deals. God make promises, not deals. It ain't cost me near dime financially to serve God, to go to God, to get information to God. I can't go to church without, but I understand it's for the house, so I'm not beat for that. I know it ain't going to God, so that's my point. When you understand things, you can deal with them a little bit better. So he gave the boon. The boon was he going to do him a favor on one condition. Pay attention. That if he ran out of work for the spirit to do, the spirit would eat the businessman. Eat the businessman or give me your soul. 6 on one hand, half a dozen on the other. Same concept. It's a deal. He took the deal. Now he done made the deal with the devil. That's when you know you signing off for something that could not go your way. It might not end up good for you. But at that time, you'll take whatever you need. Why? Because you want something. You want what you want. You ain't seeing that the other side. The fine print, they call it in life. A lot of us miss the fine print. All right. Until it blow up in their face. Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, too late now. Monday morning quarterbacks. All right. Watch this. So he told the businessman, when you out of work, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to eat you. Okay. The businessman agreed. Sold the soul to the devil. Right there. He sold the soul to the devil and watch the story. Thinking that what? He had enough work to keep the spirit busy for a long time. So he thought. When you thought or you believe, that means you don't know. So it's a possibility what you thought or what you believe might not be what you thought or believe. Feel me? Okay, when you know what you know, you ain't got to worry about that. So that's why I would rather know than thought or believe. So let's get to the story. I'm about to wrap it up. So the next day, they started their business. The spirit showed up at work and completed every task that the businessman had gave him in a flash, as if magic. Oh, oh, here we go. Pay attention. This is a story. The businessman started to get a little worried. And he said, whoa, wait a minute, I got to rethink this situation I done got myself into. So what did he do? He go find his spiritual philosopher, spiritual advisor, his guidance, and he agreed. He asked the question. He told him the deal. All right. So the businessman went to his spiritual preceptor, philosopher, advisor, who he told him the story. He told him the spirit created, he said, tell the spirit to create a long pole, okay, and plant it firmly in the ground. Then that he should grease the pole and climb it up and down until there was what? Another task to perform. So in other words, at the store, the businessman had to go get spiritual advice from somebody a little smarter, wiser, to deal with the situation that he got himself into. So he taught him how to do. So now he had to worry about what? The spirit, what? Getting bored or eating him. Why? Because he's going to keep him busy until he needs him again, going up and down that grease pole. Get the concept? That's like being stuck on stupid. And you can do that with computer and ignorant people. Program them to do just what you want them to do. And that's what he figured out. Oh, I can make it work for me, but in the downtime, I make him do something that's ain't useful for him or me. So just keep him from what? Eating me. So this would effectively keep him busy until what? Needed. That's one way to look at it. But the plan only succeeded And the businessman survived with what? His new help, because what? He went and got advice from somebody who knew a little more than he did, obviously, about what he got himself into. You feel me with this one? The mystical interpretation of the story is that the spirit is the mind of the human being. Its nature is to be involved in the world in constant movement. If this movement is not controlled, meaning if you can't calm your mind down by meditating and put it under control, your mind will lead you into what? Situations that will lead to grief, sorrow, disappointment, frustration, all kind of what we call fetters, which will devour your peace, happiness, and prosperity. Your life be going to shit, so to speak. Why? Because of the thing that you did. All because of you. Both material and spiritual, you will lose everything. Therefore, what is needed is to keep your mind what? Occupied by what? Practicing, okay, but what? With divine thoughts, good feelings. Surround yourself with good people. Every week, I go to church to be around good spiritual people worshiping God. That's the environment that I hang out with. I don't go back to the hood, back on the corner, diddy bop with my boys, go back to the spots and hang out. I don't do none of that. That ain't what I do. So my mind occupied on what? Good things. Coming teaching lessons to you. So I do that. Thus, now the movement up and down that pole is a symbolizing what? The practice of chanting the divine name, words of power, as well as now the development of your own inner force energy. The psycho spiritual centers, aka the chakras, we call it the consciousness, kundalini. In the Egyptian, it's called Arat Shekhem. These practices should be maintained. How? When the mind is not engaged in the duties of life. Your free time, your downtime. But if all you doing is running around doing this, and putting out fires and doing this, there's no downtime for you other than sleep. So that time to meditate, the formal meditation, ain't no time for that. Living the meditative state of mind, no need for that. Why? You just running. So when you need to perform some tasks, then you can go into what? Your concentrated mode and do it fully with all your 100% attention and get it done. This daily practice will not allow what? Negative illusions. Why? Because you're doing it daily and build up what? One's own mind, strengthening it. Now you will develop the ability to purify your mind. Ding, 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 ding. Right thinking does just that. And now you will discover what we know to be peace and bliss in all of your activities, along with you achieving success in your meditative practice daily. It becomes a way of life and it puts you in a different state of mind. Not the New York state of mind. Okay. I'm from Newark, but I love the New York state of mind too. Let's go. I'm about to wrap it up. And for many people, y'all have what? Misguided notions about the spiritual lifestyle. I'm not walking around with no beads. I'm not walking around no hoodie, no on home. I'm not doing none of that. Sitting in the Buddha tree, meditate all day. I'm not doing none of those things. So that's not spiritual lifestyle that I live. I just do what I do on my daily basis in my normal life. They feel that a spiritual person, you must be a priest or a priestess. No, you don't. Living at a temple. No, you don't. Away from the world. Nope. I was told 10 years ago I should be in a monastery because I'm like a monk. I do the same thing. I'm retreating. They didn't appreciate it then. Now they become to understand it. So I ain't got to go nowhere. I just keep doing what I'm doing right here. Otherwise, life must be lived by what? Giving into the longings and desires as they appear in your mind. Not mine. I am under control of my mind. When you got pop-ups, you got ideas and stuff pop in your ass, and you don't control them, you are weak-minded. And if you can't stop those negative things, you're weak willed. So you're going to commit a whole lot of bad things, okay, because of your mind. For some people, the secluded lifestyle may be the correct path, but watch this. But they will already have done what? Extensive spiritual work before that on themselves. So throughout many what? Lifetimes. We've been here a few times. Sometimes people think what? That if they're ready to, so they can leave everything and join the temple. I'm not doing that. But they think that's the right thing. Watch what happened. Only to find out when they do that they couldn't leave their mental complexes. The mind gonna go with you. Don't care where you at. The mind ain't going nowhere. And worries behind. Nope. It's right there with you. They built up this what an illusion in their mind that I can if I segregate myself from the world, then I can meditate and find peace like the Buddhists, like the monks, all day. Nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. I'm not a dreamer. Okay, I'm a realist, and that's just what wrong thinking. To think that is wrong. Wrap it up. One more paragraph. They should not be. There should not be a concentration, a contradiction right there between the heart and mind, or your formal meditative experiences in your day-to-day life. It should go together. They should work in harmony with each other. People who do not think in this way may experience peace in meditation, but when in the world, they are irritable, querulous, distracted, and restless. They don't take their meditation practice to the real world. They didn't practice it when they stayed in meditation. No, you got to live it, put it to the real world, put it to use, and you'll see intricately you can get through life, daily life, with what meditative state of mind. You will achieve greater success in your daily meditation practice if you seek to promote harmony when all the time. Walk, talk all the time. Same way. I've been doing this now 10 years. I walk this walk. I'm going to continue to walk this walk. Why? I got 10 years in. It ain't stopping now. Okay. A few years ago, you might could knock me off. No, but right now, no, I'm locked in. And for example, let us say that you have practiced meditation. Okay. And early in the morning, you develop your harmonious feeling. You feel good about yourself. You done talk to the Lord. And now, and by the end of your spiritual practice, you begin to what? Dread the fact that, oh, I got to go out to the real world. Okay. And when you do, now you will, because of your ignorance of maintaining your meditative state of mind, you come back in the real world and experience what? Anger over something your boss did, or a driver who cut you off on the fact, but not getting enough pay, a myriad of other problems. You just fall apart. What happened to the meditation? You did that to live through situations to deal with them better. That's the difference. You are defeating the purpose of your meditative practices to fall victim to the stuff that you're supposed to be meditating to be above. I'm wrapping up, taking it home right now. You are promoting, or you should promote, positive spiritual movement in every area, and you are what? Nullifying in others. 1 minute you meditate and you're good, you everything, but in reality, you drop everything and forget everything. That's like a guy learning martial arts. In the dojo, he's perfect. Defend himself, good. Get in the real fight and forget everything. Why? Because he can't think, he can't function, he's all flustered, he can't perform. Some men got that problem in bed. That's why they got to make the little pills for y'all. Had to get that one in. All right, let me wrap it up. But the current path can be accomplished through a keen understanding of your spiritual meditation practices, which come from your continuous study of what? The teachings under a proper guidance of a spiritual philosopher or a sage like moi. Hope you got the message. Hope you enjoyed it. I got to go right now, but it's all about controlling this thing right here. I can help you do that. I'm good at that. I'll be back. And in closing, right thinkers may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I know that my right thinkers who started to master the A's of concentration have passed away. Reach Makaru. I did.